Oh, that was quite the broadside in. Well done, sailor. By the way, I just winked at you under the patch.
I have no choice but to believe you.
Right then, stow your family jewels. Dallick's just about to finish installing the bar, and I don't want to miss the grand opening.
You guys are putting in a bar? This is officially the best day of my life.
Better bloody be. Oh, by the way, the girls and I set up a nice little way to show your appreciation for us other than with your marvellous cock. Welcome to the Mary Celeste's Bar, Captain. Consider this your temple of intoxication for the duration. Anytime you want me to fix you a drink that'll really stiffen the hair on your sack, give us a visit. There's also the gallery up there, which is more or less used to pander to neckbeards that want to get some proper creep shots of their favourite waifus. But of course, I'll bet you noticed you were picking up a lot of rubbish planet-side you didn't know what to do with, right? Just remember, one dead fool's rubbish is another waifu's treasure. Bring your girls down here and give them a gift or two you think they'll fancy. If you treat them right, you can increase their loyalty to unlock more bits and bobs in the gallery. Also, feel free to give the jukebox a spin as well. I bet there's a few tunes there you could bloody well jig to.
Oh, what a fucking beaut.
Hey, broski. Welcome.
So, I take it you like what we've done with the place?
Too right. This is my kind of boozer.
We just finished putting her in, so I was having a word with my new goddess here about putting something in her too, if you know what I mean.
Dallick, at this point I don't even care if you're one of the last Veneran blokes alive. My next rejection is going to start with my sword entering your mouth and ending with your tongue in a blender.
Whoa, okay. I'm just saying, it's nice to finally have another one of us around, you know? Especially a total babe like you.
Wait, you guys are the same species?
What gave it away, you daft bastard? The crimson skin? The horns? Or the bright yellow glowing eyeballs?
She's got a point, Cap. Like, not to be a dick or anything, but did you seriously not know?
Well, I saw the similarities, but it's just she's so... yeah! And you're so... meh.
I suppose Cap's got a point too, Dallick. You did get the short end of the genetic stick in more ways than one.
Laugh all you want, babe. You and I both know I can make this thing as big as I need to anytime I want.
Is he talking about his dinker?
It's true. That's part of why the Imperium blockaded our homeworld. Prime sexual compatibility with any species and the eagerness to please.
How did you two make it off?
Some genius found a way to smuggle a bunch of us out before the, proverbial powder keg went off.
The darkest of days.
I know all about what happened to your planet. My condolences. To Venera.
To Venera.
You know, I always dug you Solars. You remind me of our people. Minus the violent rage, of course.
Well, generally.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, we're more interested in fucking than starting shit. Killi's a bit of an exception. I can see why the Imperium wants the Solars gone too, man.
Those tossers learned their lesson with Venera, though. You can't just wipe out a whole species at once. It scares people shitless. But if you nullify their means of survival and let them starve, slowly, generations just start drying up. People accept that. They might even reckon, hey, they had years to save themselves. Maybe they weren't meant to survive. It's brilliant.
The Imperium won't stop until they've sucked the fun out of this galaxy like a 2-credit whore behind on rent.
Too true, mate. Speaking of credits, I came here to let you know that we're almost to the treasure. The upgrades we make with it should help us put a real cork in their asses. Slip on your best fuck me boots and let's get down to the planet's surface.
Greetings, friends. Welcome to my home. It is truly wonderful to be here hosting the 17th annual Punagarian Snatch Beast Benefit Ball for the distinguished aristocrats of Prodigium. It is your virtuous agrarian efforts that will ensure the future of this beautiful but tragically endangered species. Your donations have been exceedingly generous this year, so I've provided a bountiful feast featuring delicacies from all across Prodigium. And for your musical entertainment, I have quite the surprise. Please welcome the legendary gentlemen innovators, the founders of tasteful expressionism, the Sonic Chevaliers. Chutfalica, man!
Greetings, Erok.
Hi, Empress. Oh, shit, sorry. Lady Casadora. Glad you could make it.
Only a short while ago, I was the absolute authority guiding all of Prodigium. Now, I've been reduced to meet and greet, groveling at the feet of the peasants that used to be beneath mine.
Wow. Sorry you feel that way. At least you're enjoying the show, right? Pretty kick-ass tunes?
This music is wildly inappropriate for an official Imperium fundraiser.
Chutfalica? Inappropriate? I know you're drifting towards the deep end of your life expectancy and all, but even from you, that's pretty out of touch.
They're currently performing a song entitled Suck Every Dick in the Universe.
Come on, everybody knows that's metaphorical. The song recites an epic tale about a young man with a deep personal longing to achieve true unity by bringing joy, happiness, and a relieving sense of completion to all life as we know it.
If you say so. To me, it sounds like disgusting, gelatinous tubs of malodorous feces flailing their stubby limbs against their instruments while belching all over themselves.
Well, you're not wrong. Cass, you seem angry. I mean, angry even for you. What's going on?
You completed your inaugural discussion with Celestina as the executor of the Veil.
I did.
And?
Well, I think she's a swell girl with a good head on her shoulders.
Don't patronize me, Erok. Did I make a mistake?
Depends on what you mean by that. Did you make a mistake putting her in charge? Absolutely. Did you make a mistake giving me a shitload of money to make highly powerful and illegal weapons for the Imperium in case she fucks everything up? Nope. Grand wisdom and foresight right there.
This is most vexing. It will defy millennia of tradition if we unleash them upon Prodigium and overthrow Celestina in the process.
It's a little late in the game to get cold feet. Not sure if you're aware, but there's no takebacks or calling oopsie when it comes to committing high treason.
I don't doubt the decision, only the course that awaits us. Concerning that, I require a status report on our programs. Has progress been made with Project Tremor Fury?
Things are shaping up nicely. Not a thing to worry about. In fact, we've had a working prototype for a while now.
This better not be like those other ghastly monstrosities you created under Project Puppet Master.
Hey, that project was a success. They're rampaging across Prodigium, causing all sorts of chaos as we speak.
Chaos does not interest me, Erok. I want control. That is what this is all about. What purpose do you think the Veil actually serves? It's not just some pretty words scrawled into stone by our ancestors. Prodigium cannot be trusted to maintain itself. When the people are sexually liberated, they are most likely to become content. A content population is lazy and dangerous.
I get you're nervous, After all, we're in uncharted territory. You've got me working with insane and dangerous criminals here. You can't expect everything to go smoothly all the time, but actually, we're doing great.
Things are getting too unpredictable. I'd like to see the progress for myself.
Whoa, no way. Did you hear me just now? These people are not fond of the Imperium. Plus, after what happened at the end of your reign, you can't be caught getting involved in this. Why do you think you asked me to do this in the first place?
Confound it. You're right, as usual. It's just that I don't have much time left. I want to be certain that I will leave my place of existence knowing our future is secure.
I understand. Really, I do. I swear that I'm doing everything I can to make sure it goes right. And it will.
You'd better get back to the party. It looks like one of your guests got too close to those Punagarian snatch beasts.
Yes, it does. That poor idiot's gonna donate a lot more than some cash to the cause tonight. Hey, guards! What are we paying you for? Don't just stand there. Get that thing out of my guest!
I despise that man. He humiliated me in front of Celestina.
He had every right. You weren't supposed to be there. Erok has been the greatest executor of the Veil in the Imperium's history. Had I listened to him when it counted most, there would be no need for our nefarious machinations.
He just seems like an arrogant prick to me, albeit a handsome one.
It is Erok's charms that have allowed him to consistently infiltrate dens of dissent and gain their trust, so that we may preemptively nullify them with ease.
Aren't you concerned with leaving Celestina alone in a room with that man?
Don't be ridiculous. She is far too pure to let even the charms of Erok fall to her virtue.
Oh, really? Did you ever consider that perhaps his charms have led you to stray from the path?
I don't like what you're insinuating, brother.
All I'm trying to say is that perhaps someone should check on these so-called weapons programs.
I cannot get involved any further, and I cannot trust you with a task due to the volatile nature of the ordnance. Leave it be. Enjoy the party, but not too much.
What exactly are you insinuating? Sister, when you speak to me in such a way, you make me feel like some infested outcast. I strive to keep the veil in my heart at all times, just like the rest of us.
Oh, yes. You do strive. I'm going to dine and mingle. Just keep your hands off the guests, as well as the rest of your anatomy.
You think me a fool, sister? I'll show you. If I was a beloved yet foul scoundrel, where would I hide something incriminating? What have we here?
Demi, we're rich! Plus we fucking dick stumped that wanker Tybalt for good!
I am happy to know that Tybalt was, no doubt, brutally maimed out of existence by a giant fuckbot dildozer.
What do you think about Killi?
Queen Calizion is extremely skilled in combat and would not hesitate to murder everyone on board if she felt we were a threat to her. However, she is quite focused on destroying the Imperium. As long as she sees us as the best means to that end, there should be nothing to worry about. Also, I would like to emphasize the word should in my previous statement.
How are the lab upgrades working out?
This is absolutely brilliant, Captain. Now I can really make you some proper monsters. Make sure to thank Killi for sharing the Snucklefucker's treasure.
What do you think about our new two-horned friend?
I admire Callissian. She's accomplished so much. At least more than most surviving Venerans ever do. Also, I'm sure you're absolutely thrilled to have another person on board as enthused as you about narcotics.
You're welcome to party with us.
I appreciate the invitation, Captain, but I'm drug-free.
I suppose taking giant alien tentacles up your ass doesn't technically count as a stimulant.
I can certainly arrange for you to try one out yourself if there's any confusion.
So, Dat Killi.
Dat Killi!
I've seen Veneran ladies before, but she is something else.
I hear you, pal. By the way, since I got basically zero chance with her, you gotta give me all the details. Don't leave me hanging.
Mate, you know a gentleman never eats ass and tells.
Bro, how am I supposed to live vicariously through you and in her if you won't talk? Besides, she doesn't exactly strike me as the type to get pissy about that kind of thing.
Fair dinkum. Maybe we'll have a talk later on.
You got it, man. I gotta ask you for a favor, though. There ain't a lot of us left. The Veneran, I mean. I can take care of myself, but you gotta make sure nothing happens to her.
Yeah, sure, mate. I promise.
Thanks. Now, when's the next time I can get some shore leave and hit up a brothel? I got a fever, and the only cure is a chubby hooker rubbing her floppy boobs on my face.
You gonna tell me about where you grew up?
You've got some balls on you to ask a Veneran about that.
I figured you'd have the balls to talk about it.
I was born after my home world was destroyed, if that's what you're wondering. As you know, my species are what you Solars would call an aging population. That's fancy talk for absolutely fucked.
At least you're lucky enough to survive.
Oh, for sure! Lucky! I was lucky to spend years getting smuggled back and forth from one dying, disconnected colony to the next while we waited for the Imperium to stop hunting us. Our entire species slowly suffocating. The vote to let us live came too late. Most of us had already joined the scum of the galaxy or fallen prey to them. Pirates, mercenaries, slavers. They all had a good go at the survivors of Venera.
I know how you feel. Solars went through the same thing. Twice, actually. Before New Vegas and after it fell.
Twice? Captain, are you trying to turn this into a dick measuring contest over our tragic origin stories?
Hey, I didn't mean to step on your sympathy card.
It's okay, Captain. Like you said, it's luck, innit? I managed to join up with the right people. Gornagoth saw my potential and I fought my way to the top of the Dreadfleet. And now I'm here, a former queen taking orders from an alcoholic drug addict with daddy issues.
Daddy issues? Me? How do you figure that?
You talk in your sleep. By the way, what's with your accent? I've never heard a Solar talk like that before.
I grew up in the Koala district of New Vegas.
What the hell is a koala?
I've only seen them in drawings, but they're mean little dim-witted cunts riddled with STDs that fuck about all day, shitting themselves and fighting each other over these leaves that get them high or something. Furry little buggers.
For a moment there, I didn't realise they were animals. I thought you were talking about other Solars. You like my decorating? Retro Solar style is all the rage nowadays. Wealthy collectors pay extortionate amounts for original pieces of art such as these.
Art? A crusty old skull? Neon stripper signs? Antique porno discs? And what's this? Mila Red Riding Hood? Ugh, we got Blacknet access to infinite 4D filth. Who actually faps to these oldies?
Must you be so disparaging about your own culture? These relics tell your people's proud history. They're treasures from a bygone age when you were still a noble and united society holding fast against the repression of the Imperium. These were passed down from generation to generation, symbols of creative expression through freedom from tyranny. Everything here's from my personal loot and salvage collection. Prodigium's high society types are quite keen on them, and the Dreadfleet was quite keen on raiding their vaults. What's this you're giving me now? MC Fuck Menu version 3.0?
The MC stands for Mary Celeste.
Yes, you absolute knob. I gathered as much. I'm curious, though. What sort of updates did you make from the first two?
Mostly room-specific stuff.
Like the jump-in butt muffler wonder stuffer, I see. Get your tailpipe worked while your front end takes the steaming hot vibrational force of a fully engaged coil compressor during a warp gate hop. Absolutely fascinating. Captain, if you want to know how to please me, it's actually quite simple. When we fuck, you will call me mistress. Do what I say, and exactly when I say it. Or don't. But if you disobey me, you will be properly punished.
Greetings, Barkeep. Heard any rumours lately?
Listen, you yellow-bellied, piss-swelling, sorry excuse of a man. Does this look like a fucking RPG tavern to you? Do you think you could just drag your filthy sack in here and start asking me questions about something so inane as rumours? I bet you want a fucking bed for the night, too, you destitute wanker. Who the fuck do you think I am? Some kind of dim-wit barkeep that will spill every secret in the galaxy for a few goddamn shillings? Please, I have standards. I don't spill secrets, and I don't fucking do rumours. Now turn around slowly, back the fucking hell up, and try again.
How happy are you right now on a scale from 0 to fucking stoked?
I must admit, there is a certain bliss to achieving your wildest dreams. However, I'm not quite sated yet.
But our nemesis was just murdered with giant drill dicks!
Yes, I'm aware. Seeing that tosser ripped to pieces was something I'll never forget. Ever.
And what about getting filthy rich?
Gornagoth's treasure was never about the credits, Captain. I swore an oath to him the day he made me the Dread Queen. If anyone ever threatened our code, I was to rain an unstoppable shitstorm of retribution upon them. I never thought that would mean destroying the bloody Dreadfleet itself, but here we are. It just goes to show you what kind of damage a blood-sucking wanker like Tybalt can do when power is placed in their hands.
So what's missing?
Tybalt took my crown, but the Imperium took the future of my species. I have to thank you, Captain. You've given me a chance to execute every last one of the cunts responsible for my pain. And mark my words, I will.
Got any fun or sexy stories about your Dreadfleet days?
Too many to even count, Captain. The amount of debauchery we got up to back then makes the Mary Celeste look like a blimmin' church. No offense.
What about this then? How'd you become queen?
Now there's a story of which I'm particularly proud of. Gornagoth came up with a plan to raid a luxury cruise ship, and it was my first mission as the captain of my own squad. I was hoping it would be the moment I could prove myself. But that's a hell of a time to end up right in the middle of an Imperium trap, let me tell you. They had an entire battleship ready and waiting for us. We didn't stand a chance. So I had to do something about that. There's a funny thing about those Imperium ships, though. They've got all the firepower in the world on the outside, but almost no security to speak of once you've boarded them. I mean, sure, they all have defense systems that can detect someone in battle gear or a spacesuit coming at them, but we Venerans can live unprotected in the black for hours at a time. I stripped down, grabbed a sword and a grappler, had my squad open the airlock, pull a hard turn and toss me toward the bridge. You should have seen the look on the Admiral's face when my fine naked ass landed on his window. Or the one he made when I started cutting through it. Or the one he made when I started cutting through him and his entire crew. I took down an Imperium battleship all by myself. No pirate had ever done anything like that before. I became a bit of a legend, and Gornagoth became convinced that I was the one to take command of the Dreadfleet. He retired and left me in charge.
If everyone knew what a fucking terror you were, how'd the mutiny ever get started?
That's down to that pathetic little shit, Tybalt.
I have no idea how that Killi bastard managed to become a pirate in the first place, let alone take control of the Dreadfleet.
Being able to cut a man 5 times your size in half with a single strike is a hell of a trick. One that allowed him to carry quite the reverence with the rest of the fleet's lads. He was popular enough to keep around, but I should never have trusted him. That wanker was truly unstable, but he was just smart enough to play by the rules, at least when he knew someone was looking. A word of warning, Captain. The most dangerous villain you will ever face is one that is aware enough to hide the worst parts of themselves until they don't have to anymore.
This is interesting to me.
Oh, Captain, I can't thank you enough. I've been fantasizing about the sight of Gornagoth the Snucklefucker's loot ever since he gave me my key.
Alright, you gotta come clean with me. There was never really a pirate lord with the title Snucklefucker, right?
You really want to know?
Yes! How? Why? So many questions.
It's a secret. But seeing as how you got me here, I suppose I owe it to you. Come closer and I'll whisper it in your ear.
That will haunt me for the rest of my days.
Come now, Captain. No time to tarry. We've got to load this treasure aboard the Mary Celeste so this girl can go on a proper fucking shopping spree.
My job.
What the flaming hell is that?
Captain, I'm detecting a gunship on the radar about to give us a deep plasma dicking.
Gunship? How the hell do they know where we are?
That was a warning shot. The first and last. I'm an Imperium licensed bounty hunter, and I'm looking for a terrorist named Dr. Lillian Margulis.
Buckaroo! It's the Huntress.
Turn her over to me, and no one needs to get hurt. Just to make myself perfectly clear, I specified needs and not won't.
Demi, could you please get the good doctor on the bridge immediately? I'd like to know why the Master Assassin is tracking her.
She has been requested. Shall I open a comms channel?
Hey, Huntress! Captain of the Mary Celeste here. How are you? Wow! This is lovely. Big fan!
Give me what I want, Captain. Otherwise, I'd be happy to autograph what's left of your corpse.
Sure, I got you. The truth is, though, I'm having a bit of trouble tracking the good doctor down.
You have 1 minute before I start to turn your ship into melted scrap.
Captain, what's going on?
Hold on just a sec, sweetheart. I'll be right back with you. Can you explain why the Huntress is here to collect a bounty on your head? She mentioned something about you being a terrorist.
A terrorist? Well, that's technically correct.
Can you do me a solid and tell me just what the fuck is going on here?
I can't do that. I'm sorry, but I never meant for this to happen. Please, Captain, I need you to trust me.
Pardon the interruption. If we are taking the Huntress's threat seriously, we have less than 20 seconds to respond.
Even after all those lovely orgasms, you're really not going to tell me?
They were lovely, every single one. However, the answer is still no.
What shall we do, Captain?
The only thing we can do. Tell the Huntress that we're giving her what she wants.
The Captain has agreed to your request. We will transfer your bounty via shuttle.
Very well. Typical.
Fuck yeah! Looks like a direct hit to me. I can't believe it!
Did you really think that dick move was going to work?
To be honest, not really.
I see you have a phoenix. I hope you know how to use that thing.
Why don't you find out? You don't know who you're messing with, lady.
Sounds like a terrified, poorly aging, half-drunk mammal to me.
Shit! Okay, you got me there.
Let's just see how long you live, shall we? impressive. You've managed to last twice as long as my last target.
Oh, darling, I can go all night. Why don't you come to my quarters and let me prove it?
All the tired, pointless dick jokes in the galaxy can't save you now.
Scraping run. Real original. You got any other outdated AI patterns you want to throw at me?
How about this?
Demi, I'm seeing doubles. And it's not just because I've been drinking all day.
She must have a hollow replicator installed. You'll need to find the real ship among the projections.
Got ya!
You just defeated the most dangerous bounty hunter on Imperium record, Captain. Quite the achievement.
I'm feeling proper stoked, Demi. Only one thing can top this. Let's deposit that fucking motherlode.